Hi there everybody. Today we're going to be talking about map scale. Maps have obviously been invented because it is a tool of convenience. It is not as big as the actual landscape, it just is a smaller instrument with which we can interpret the landscape. So maps are by definition smaller than the landscape we're considering. So today we're going to be talking about how many times the maps have been scaled down. We call this concept map scale. Now you'll see before us we have a world, a car and a dog. Now I wonder if you had to say how many times smaller than reality that dog is. Now I know it might be a bit difficult, but I reckon it's about 1 to 70 times smaller than a real life size dog that size. That car, I reckon, is around about 120 times smaller than a real life size car. And this world, I would say, is probably 1 to 1,000,000 times smaller than a real life size world. So let's have a look at how we've written it. We've written it 1:70. So that means for every 1 centimeter on the dog, the real dog is 70 times bigger. Another way of saying it is that this dog is 70 times smaller than a real dog. So every 1 centimeter on this dog represents 70 centimeters on a real dog. Likewise, every 1 centimeter on that sexy little red Porsche VW is 120 times smaller than a real car. Okay, so this rep means 1 centimeter represents 70 centimeters in reality. Realizing that it just says it represents and does not equal 70 centimeters. It's really important that you use the word represents. So this is one kind of scale that we use. It's called a ratio scale. Another way of writing it is this: 1/120, 1/70, 1/1,000,000. That is called a ratio scale. Now, the next question is, which scale is the biggest? Now, I suppose most people would immediately say the 1/1,000,000 is the biggest. But let me explain it to you like this. If you have a pie and your sister eats half the pie and you only get a quarter, who had the biggest slice? Obviously the person with a half. So a half is a bigger scale than a quarter. So the biggest scale over here is the dog at 70, because it's only 70 times smaller than reality, whereas the car is 120 times smaller than reality, and the world is 1,000,000 times smaller than reality.